Ever heard of a rabbit who was afraid of carrots? Sounds crazy, right? Well, let me tell you the story of Ronnie. A little bunny was a big, strange fear. Ronnie lived in a cozy burrow at the edge of a vast meadow, surrounded by his big, bustling family. His brothers and sisters would spend their days munching on juicy clovers, sweet dandelions, and of course, crisp orange carrots. But not Ronnie. The mere sight of a carrot would make his nose twitch with anxiety and his fluffy tail tremble. One sunny morning, his mom packed a lunch for everyone. "Ronnie, dear," she said, holding out a bright orange carrot. "Just one bite. They're so good for you." Ronnie shook his head so fast his ears flopped around. "No, thank you, Mom. They're pointy and too orange. And what if they taste bad?" His siblings giggled. Afraid of a carrot, Ronnie teased his older brother, Ralph, taking a loud, crunchy bite of his own. Ronnie's cheeks turned pink under his white fur. He didn't know why he was so scared. He'd never even touched one, let alone tasted it. But the stories he'd made up in his head were terrifying. He imagined them being hard as rocks or spicy like a wasp's sting. Or maybe they'd turn his teeth orange forever. It was the not knowing that scared him the most. So, while his family enjoyed their carrot feast, Ronnie nibbled sadly on a plain green leaf. He felt left out and a little bit silly. The world seemed to be full of delicious, crunchy fun that he was missing out on. Later that day, a wise old owl named Professor Hoot landed on a branch above Ronnie's burrow. He had seen Ronnie's lunchtime drama from his high perch. "Young rabbit," he hooted softly, "a heavy heart for such a light, sunny day. What troubles you?" Ronnie, a bit shy but glad to have someone to talk to who wasn't laughing, confessed his secret fear. "I'm scared of carrots, Professor Hoot. I don't know why, but I am." Professor Hoot blinked his large, round eyes. "Ah," he said, "you are not afraid of the carrot itself, my dear boy. You are afraid of the unknown. You've built a wall of what-ifs around something you've never even tried." Ronnie's ears perked up. The owl's words made sense. He had spent so much time imagining all the bad things that he never considered the good things. "Fear of the unknown is a very common fear," the owl continued, "but it can also hold you back from wonderful experiences. Tell you what, tomorrow, don't try to eat a carrot. Just get to know one. Investigate it. Be a scientist." A scientist. Ronnie liked the sound of that. It sounded much braver than just being a scared little bunny. The next day, Ronnie found a small carrot left over from his family's breakfast. He didn't try to eat it. Instead, he followed Professor Hoot's advice. He was a scientist now. First, observation. He looked at it closely. It wasn't really that pointy on the sides, just at the very tip. And the color was actually quite pretty, like a sunset. Next, he used his sense of touch. He nudged it with his nose. It was smooth and cool. He rolled it between his paws. It was firm, but not rock hard. Then, he sniffed it. It smelled earthy and sweet, a little like fresh rain on the soil. It didn't smell spicy or scary at all. For the rest of the day, Ronnie carried his little carrot with him. It became his research subject. His siblings found it odd, but they didn't tease him. They saw he was on a mission. By evening, the carrot wasn't a scary monster anymore. It was just a carrot, a familiar object. As his family sat down for dinner, his dad offered him a piece. just like always. This time, Ronnie hesitated for only a second. He looked at the familiar orange slice. He had studied it. He had smelled it. He had touched it. There was only one thing left to do to complete his research. He took a tiny, tiny nibble. His eyes went wide. It wasn't spicy. It wasn't hard as a rock. It was sweet. It was crunchy. It was delicious. A wave of relief and delight washed over him. He took another, bigger bite. And another. His family watched in stunned silence, which soon broke into cheers. "You did it, Ronnie," his mom exclaimed, nuzzling his cheek. Ralph patted him on the back. "See, we told you they were good." Ronnie just kept crunching, a big smile on his face. He wasn't just enjoying the carrot. He was enjoying his own bravery. He had faced his fear, not by forcing it, but by understanding it. He learned that the things we build up in our minds are often much scarier than the reality. From that day on, Ronnie became the most adventurous eater in the family. He was the first to try a new kind of berry, the first to nibble on a strange-looking root, because he remembered the lesson of the carrot. Don't be afraid of what you don't understand. Be curious. Investigate. Take a small nibble of the world, and you might find it's more delicious than you ever imagined. And that's the story of Ronnie, the rabbit who was once afraid of carrots. It reminds us all that sometimes the biggest obstacles are the ones we create in our own heads. So the next time you're scared to try something new, whether it's a new food, a new hobby, or meeting new people, just think of Ronnie. Be a scientist, get curious, and take that first small bite. You never know what wonderful things you might discover. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this little story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the middle. See you next time.